Today I'm going to talk to you about a big sale. A sale that is so cool that it's actually taken me, well, 4 videos to do this. Now here's why. Normally if I make a video like this, like especially about a sale video or something like that, you'll see it up like the next day. Now my better half was in was kind of away for the last 2 or 3 days, and was unable to get to help me upload the video. Because I don't upload the videos from my house. She'll upload them from when she goes into town. I live in the country area. So because this video has changed, because the sale has changed so many times, where things have sold out and things have come back and new things have come in, I've got a lot to talk to you about with this sale. And no, it's not the Shout Factory sale that you're probably thinking it is. That's, the one that's going on for 10 days, up to 53%, that I change every day type of thing. Hey, kitty. But it's actually the one that's my Christmas gift this year. Yeah, it's not even finished October, and my better half already has my Christmas gifts bought for me. One thing's a surprise. I don't know what that is. She kind of laid that on me today too. But and that's not from this company, I don't think either. But I did really up my my quota in this one, so I will be telling you what I did order, why I ordered it, and what stuff is there that I think like you might like as well. So the company that's having the big sale right now, it's on till I think November the 3rd, so definitely check it out, is Mondo Macabro. If you're not familiar with Mondo Macabro, that's a company that Scream Factory pretty much said that they looked to when they were creating the Scream Factory label. What is Mondo Macabro? It deals with genre films from everywhere, actually, from across the world. So you could see a giallo over there from Italy. You could see an Indonesian film. And early on, they had like Bollywood horror collections that unfortunately are sold out right now. That I'll be honest, I really, really wish were still available. And I'm hoping that down the road, if maybe they'll put out their Bollywood stuff on Blu-ray if they still have the ability, or even on DVD, like a big 6 movie Bollywood set. I'd love to see that, because they did put 3 volumes of it. So I've only got 4 Mondo Macabro films in my collection, and I did watch 2 of them over last night for Halloween, along with the movie Ghost Keeper by Code Red, which I'll talk about a little bit later. So let's go through the sale, and it shouldn't take that long, but I'll let you know exactly what I got, and there's quite a amount of titles. So here's the I guess this one's out of print that I in the DVD, and this is not from the sale. These are ones I've already had. Of course, sale ones were just done, actually in 2 orders. Is The Mansion of Madness. Now, this is by the director of, as it says right there, Alucarda. Alucarda is like a really kind of a cool, crazy, satanic, nunsploitation, filled with nudity, filled with blood, but very gorgeous film. The director of this film here worked with and knew Alexandro Horowski, and it's really, really obvious in the style of the film. Now, The Mansion of Madness is kind of, I think, so loosely based on an Alfred Hitchcock story. Alfred Hitchcock. Yeah, it's Alfred Hitchcock story. Edgar Allan Poe story. It's gorgeous, and like when they say, a phantasmagorical black comedy with equal measures of Buñuel, Fellini, and Ken Russell, they're really pretty much on the nose with that. It is very stylistic, very gorgeous. When it says The Mansion of Madness, it really, really is The Mansion of Madness. Unfortunately, that one is out of print right now. If you can find that one, I do recommend it. It's a crazy film. It's a great film. Here's one that I'm pretty sure is still on sale. Did my Pieces thing there, look. If you've seen the movie Pieces, you know what I'm talking about. Don't Deliver Us from Evil. This is a really good one. This is actually, I'd say, more drama than horror, but it has the horrific aspects to it. And if you've seen this one, it usually sticks with you, especially the ending. This one was like, for some reason, it was banned for a while, and they said it was for blasphemy, which actually really doesn't make any sense, because well, the female character, there's 2 female like leads in this, and they're in a convent school, and they kind of get together. They rebel against the system, and they become more, want to give themselves to pretty much to Satan type of thing. But let's just say things don't end out the best for them. So, yeah, if anything else, it might be considered a cautionary tale. But it is a fantastic little film, by the way. it is, you know, it's not like the as exploitive as the cover, and that might lead you to believe, but great film. Next up is the classic Lucio Fulci film, A Lizard in a Woman's Skin. And all I gotta say is, if you are a Giallo fan at all, this movie should be in your collection already. If it's not, then you really have no reason anymore to not get it, because it's on sale right now, and it's like 16 bucks, I think. It's a Blu-ray. There is a ton of features on this thing here, like really good features. It's a gorgeous presentation of the film. And, you know, just to let you know, when it comes to this Mondo Macabro stuff, 9 chances out of 10, unless it says locked, it's region free. So like this one here, for instance, this is unrated, region free. So, yeah, see? And last but definitely not least is another Mondo Macabro Blu-ray, and that is The Fan, Der Fan. It is a German psychological thriller. If you haven't seen it, I'm not going to tell you anything about it except for the fact that it's a German psychological thriller that I really enjoyed, and that I think if you're a fan of these type of films, you're really going to like this one. It's even if you kind of like figure out like where it's kind of going, just like let yourself get into the world that this film brings you to, and it's amazing. It's just incredible. So, okay, kitty, it's all right. Let's look at the ones that are there. Then I'll tell you the ones that I got. Now, here's the thing. Some of the ones that I got were gotten a couple days ago. Were ordered a couple days ago. So some of them may not be here in the list of films that are available. So just so you know, that's the kind of this on the tablet, the website. I'll go through them really quickly. So one's a pre-order. The thing is that Mondo Macabro's got this thing called the red case, and the red case will be like a limited edition. And what it'll do is, in some cases, it'll be basically, it'll have a usually 12-page booklet and a reversible cover, and that's like the least that a red case edition can have. And it'll be in the red case, and it'll be kind of like numbered. There's only so many of them. After that, they usually go to like a retail version where they put it in the standard Blu-ray blue case, and the booklet and the reversible cover is gone. In the case of one movie called Symptoms, which I'll get to in a bit, they actually have like an extra disc with that one. So the one that's on there for pre-order right now, and there's still I think about 200 or 300 of these left if you want to grab it, is The Blood Splattered Bride. And I gotta say, I do like this movie. I didn't grab this one right now because I ordered quite a few. But this one does have like a limited edition, like reversible cover, and like kind of like a limited edition, like a booklet as well. That one runs at $25 for the pre-order. Now there's this other one here, and some of these, I think everything here that I'm going to show you now is still in stock. They just restocked yesterday, but this is the last of the stock. So if you don't get this now, you're not going to get it during the sale, and I'm not sure which ones are restocking or how in print some of these things are. Their titles tend to go out of print, so I try to. Obviously, I don't have very many of them, but that's going to change. This one here, and this one's not a Mondo Macabro one. There's another company that we're going to work with, apparently. Subculture. Okay, so Subculture Entertainment in Germany. So they're putting this one, and that is Castle of the Creeping Flesh. Runs at $28. Again, that's a limited edition. All kinds of features: question and answers, alternate start, alternate header, alternative ending. Just a bunch of different stuff on there. Now, this is the red case one that is in there now. And this is the one that I'm surprised that it hasn't sold out. Now, BFI has done their own edition of this, and that is the only reason I can think that it hasn't sold out. But for me, I love BFI stuff, and I love my stuff from England, but I want the Mondo Macabro red case of this one, because I'm a big fan of this film. I'm a big fan of this director, and it is Symptoms. And you can see the director right there, I hope. So anyway, it's by the director of Vampires. Angela Pleasance is in this one. Now this is one is a little bit different with the limited edition. Not only does it have a limited edition like reversible cover and a limited edition, I think it's reversible cover. There's a limited edition like booklet, but there's a 2 hour long archival interview with the director that was like they always put like these eroticas on there. Like erotica was this like a British TV series that came out. And it was like where it was a British show. They could have nudity and blood and all that type of stuff on it. And each one was about a half-hour long, and it dealt with like with different directors, different parts of Euro like cinema, anything from like an episode on Jess Franco to an episode on like stuff like the women of Italian horror. So now this one here is a 2011 documentary on the director called on vampires and other symptoms. There's From Barcelona to Tunbridge Wells. That is the erotica episode, by the way. The 1999 TV documentary. I gotta get his name. Jose Larraz. I'm going to get names wrong tonight. New interviews with Sarah Angela Pleasance, Lorna Hamilton, and editor Brian Smedley Aston. So it'll be interesting to see see that one come out. Now they got Public Voices, and that one was $22, by the way. Private Voices, Public Virtues. That's got its own unique limited edition slipcover. Now, when that comes out without the slipcover, the retail edition of that one is going to run $29.99. The sale edition of that one right now is running $20, so that's actually pretty cool. The most expensive one, and one I was tempted to get, but I ended up like waiting on because I already had like the one of these films coming, and that was a Jess Franco triple bill. So it's a 2-disc limited edition Blu-ray, and it runs $45. But what it includes is you get with it How to Seduce a Virgin in a high def and Blu-ray. You get a Countess Perverse. You get like the kind of like the hardcore edition, like a more hardcore edition of Countess Perverse called Sexy Nature, the extended version basically. Plus you get the 12-page booklet. You get a bonus CD of the album Distortions by Blue Phantom, and and on the other side I guess it'll be uncensored cover art. So for $45, and they reduced the shipping for that one. So the shipping would be like $1 or so less than it would be on regular titles. Next up is the unusual one called Spider. It's also a Blu-ray as well, and I'm arachnophobic, so I ain't getting that one, but it looks to be an interesting film. Next up is The Fox with the Velvet Tail, which is a giallo film. It's more of the old school giallo, so don't expect to go in there getting more like the sleazer giallo or the extra like ultra gory bloody giallo. This one is more mystery and story, and it actually works really well. This one runs at $17, and it does have a erotic episode, So Sweet, So Perverse, which talks about like basically the ladies of Euro cult cinema, and there's some really cool stuff in that. Like all these here, like there's the commentary by Troy Haworth on the Fox with the Velvet Tail, like Mondo Macabro previews. The preview thing's really good. Just go to, if you want to see Mondo Macabro stuff and to commit some nudity, just let me know. Go to YouTube and look for Mondo Macabro, like their trailer, and there's like a 6 or 7 minute long trailer that give you an idea of some stuff they put out. Inquisition is probably one of the best and probably the best non-werewolf Nashi film that was ever put out. Like he put a lot of work into Inquisition. If you haven't seen it, definitely want to see. It's a really great Nashi film. This one runs, it's $16. It's Blu-ray. Again, this is the world premiere of it on Blu-ray. Archival video introduction by Paul Nashi. It runs about 14 minutes long, so this is not like a 30-second like introduction. You're getting like brand new interviews with the star Daniela Giordano. She also acted in the girl in room 2A, I think. There's a new auto commentary by the Nashi cast guys there, and there's like a erotica there as well, like Blood and Sands, basically Spanish horror films erotica. So these erotica, by the way, in case I haven't stressed this enough yet, erotica stuff is friggin' awesome. Those are the features. It's the type of feature you definitely want to see. Next up is a really, really cool one. It's a South Korean one, and one that I never thought I'd see on Blu-ray or around at all, and I'm actually really excited about this one. It's Suddenly in the Dark. So if you don't already have this one here, it's a Korean one. It's kind of like a again, I don't want to give away too much, and I'd say if you're going to see it, then like I love this cover too. Look at this cover. Super cool and crazy, right? So, like, again, like, there's a ton of features on here. There's an interview with the producer. There's an interview with critic Kim Bong-suk on the history of Korean horror films. Really looking forward to that. A Korean VHS horror cover gallery. So, Korean horror VHS cover art gallery. That's pretty awesome. Mondo Macabro promo reel. Trust me, you can get addicted to those. Next up is The Night Has 1,000 Desires. And by the way, the Korean one, Suddenly in the Dark, $16, so amazing. Night Has 1,000 Desires, stars Lena Romay. So you know what that is. That's a Jess Franco one. I'm a huge Jess Franco fan. Jess Franco was one of those guys that really, really, he loved making films. And he got like critics like really railed on him a lot. And some actually called him amateurish. And he took that to heart to think, you know what? If that means I'm more indie and independent, I'll take that as a compliment, like day and night. And anytime that looked like he was going it looked like he was going to be going mainstream, Franco made a turn and just did something new, did something different. He's one of my idols when it comes to this stuff. Argento, Fulci, Franco, those are some of my idols when it comes to like. So if I was making movies and you wonder what the type of movies that I make, it'd be like that. Again, that one's $16. It has the erotica episode on Franco, which is excellent. Interviews, just some great stuff on there. I think that one has the commentary as well. I got to go and look at it. $16 too. That's really good for the Blu-ray. Does that have commentary? Maybe it doesn't. No, it doesn't have commentary, but it does have a new interview with Stephen Thrower on there and a erotica interview with an erotica episode about Franco. That was, I think, originally came out on the now lying in a print Diabolical Dr. Z, which is one that Mondo Macabro put out. It's like I say, a lot of stuff do go to print. The one that should be for a lizard and a woman's skin. That's $16. That is there. Next up is The Slave. If you haven't, that's like a. I don't think I've seen The Slave, so I'm not going to lie. But again, this runs at $15, and that is a Blu-ray DVD combo pack. There's a brand new transfer. There's interview with critic Roberto Curti. Justin Harris, Film Bar 70 on Italian genre cinema. I can't share the cover to that one. It's not that raunchy. It's like, but yeah, just a bunch of different stuff on there. So looking forward to like stuff like that. The Fan is there for $16. The Blu-ray, so definitely recommend that. Now here's something cool. You don't see this a lot, but Greek, remember Greek exploitations? If maybe Island of Death, maybe your only Greek exploitation that you've seen aside from like other stuff, maybe like but actual kind of like really uniquely done Greek exploitation films. The Mondo Macabro puts them out, and they put out some good ones. So they put out Tango Perversion, which is a very unique one, and it's got some really cool features. They put out like a two-part like collection. Put out like Tango Perversion, another one. They're both on sale here for $13 each. Now these are going into DVD categories, but let me tell you this, when you get a Mondo Macabro DVD, you're getting one hell of a transfer. They do some incredible transfers. They usually, I don't know if there's any case of when it's not the uncut version. So like this one here is the uncut version. There's got Greek and English audio choices, of course, with the newly optional created subtitles, extensive production notes, interview with the producer, a documentary on Greek cult cinema. So it's a very strange film, so look it up. The other Greek film they got there for $13 is The Wife Killer. That's more of a giallo style one. Again, the uncut version of the film, interview with the producer. Sometimes the documentary on Greek cult cinema is going to be there again, because just in case you only want to buy one of them, they don't want to like kind of shortchange you. Like say if you don't like Tango Perversion and you really like The Wife Killer, or you don't like The Wife Killer and really like Tango Perversion. Now, people say, from what I've read online, that The Wife Killer is the better. Like they're both cool exploitation films, but as far as like story and solid work goes, The Wife Killer is the better one. So just say you want to get one Greek exploitation one, you're not going to miss out because the features have carried over for both of them. So you're still going to get the documentary on Greek exploitation. You're not going to lose out on that if you don't get Tango Perversion. That'll be on The Wife Killer. Next up is one that was out of stock for almost the entire time when that I was there, and it only came in stock today, and that is it's a crazy one, but it's one that I really wanted, and that is Satanico Pandemonium. It's another one. It's like the non-exploitation type, so it's not for everybody, but it's got some great features on there, like filmed interview with the co-director and writer. There's an interview with Nigel Wingrove. If that name sounds kind of familiar, he's the guy that started the Redemption label. So you remember the Redemption label with like kind of the girl, the female character, and they'd have like this kind of like Euro kind of like erotic opening starting to it. And he actually started that Redemption label to bring out some of the stuff like this non-exploitation type stuff. So if you're like maybe like a little bit older like me and you remember Redemption, then you'll know that he'll be an interesting interview. And again, that one runs at $15. That is DVD, but it's stacked, just great stuff. Striptease runs at $12 and actually stars Nico from the Velvet Underground. Check that one out yourself. Again, some great features on there. Seven Women for Satan is another kind of cool one. The bad guy's name is Boris Zaroff. I love that. I really do love that. That one runs at only $10. The Girl Slaves of Morgana Le Fay, again, is another, like a special edition, runs at $10. Don't Deliver Us from Evil, which I do strongly recommend. It's like it's more of a drama type, but it's that one is going to run you $10 as well. One here that's going to go at $15, like it's a Blu-ray DVD combo pack, and this one wasn't there before, so it just came on there today, and that's The Devil's Business. I don't think I've ever seen The Devil's Business. I'm pretty sure it's a British film. It's like 69 minutes long, so only short film, but it's definitely an interesting one. It runs at $15 for Blu-ray DVD combo, not too bad. One that I had to pick up, and I just really, this is a crazy film, but usually this is one that's like that's so crazy and so out there that pretty much everybody like enjoys it, for different reasons. But that's Mystics in Bali, and I'm sure you've heard about the movie Mystics in Bali, and if you don't quite remember it, then you've probably seen like snippets of it somewhere where basically you see that there's a girl and like her head and basically her lungs, and that'll go out of her body and kind of float through the air and like attack people. Yeah, it's pretty crazy, and it's $10. I'm serious. It's really a good one. Alucarda is considered a classic, and if you haven't had it, then definitely check it out. That one again is running at $10. The Living Corpse is a Pakistani Dracula film, done very much in like the style of like kind of like the Hammer Dracula style stuff. It's black and white. It looks gorgeous. If you actually go on YouTube, like their version of it, you'll see some really crisp, beautiful picture. Now, The Sinner and Sinner is out here. No, not the new TV show, but Sinner basically is a Mondo Macabro. Oh, The Living Corpse costs $10, same as Alucarda. Sinner costs $13. It's a Jess Franco film. It's got a couple neat features on it. It's got a really cool different storyline. I'll give you like the opening to this so that you can kind of like see if this is the one type that you would want. Like when most people think Jess Franco, they just think like new D&D. This one has a really cool premise, basically, where this girl brings this guy back to her room. She gets him really drunk. He kind of passes out, and she cuts her own throat, and he's arrested for her murder. And then we go back to see like exactly what happened to lead to these events. So Sinner and the title, like this, the secret diver nymphomaniac, would not give you the idea that that's what's going to happen, but that is. And next up is Lady Terminator. This is one crazy Indonesian film. The Indonesian films are usually super crazy anyway. This one runs at $10. So let's see if it's still in print. Now, see, this one I heard was out of print, but they got more copies of it on sale, so that's really good. That's a really fun one to pick up. Just look at the trailer. It's super insane. I really, look at the trailers for these here. Now, the next two are going to be at I think $12 each, and those are two Barry Primo ones. Now, if you're a fan of Brandon Tennant, and if you're not, you really should be, because he does a really good job, like reviewing really bad movies. The Devil's Sword and the Warrior, Barry Primo films. Barry Primo is an Indonesian action star, and his films are super crazy. There's all kinds of mystical stuff. In the Warrior, for instance, like I think there's one sequence where he's fighting this wizard or whatever type guy, and he slices off his foot, and the foot like lands on the ground and then comes up and kicks him in the face and then reattaches itself to this wizard. It's really crazy. Devil's Sword, the same thing. Like it's a crocodile god steals this girl's like husband, and so she can like mate with him and all this kind of stuff. It's super fun though. Next up is Silip, which is the Daughters of Eve. That's a 2-disc one. That's a Philippine one. Runs about, I think, about 2.5 hours long. Some pretty brutal stuff in that one. No, look at a couple of these before you go in, just in case like you're bothered by some of the kind of more raunchier stuff, or some stuff that's like a little bit like, well, you're gonna fall off, kitty cat. That's your, it's gonna, good job. It's a little bit like, because in Syllop is one that actually has like, I think they kill like an animal at the beginning, like a buffalo or something like that. But like the guys tell them, like, the meat's gonna be used for this, and the hide's gonna be used for like this, and all this type of stuff. But still, it's pretty brutal opening. Next up is Sins of St. Lucia. That is actually a Nikatsu film. Now, if you don't know what Nikatsu is, you might want to look into that before you pick up a Nikatsu film. There's going to be like nudity in Nikatsu film. There's going to be a lot of nudity in Nikatsu film usually, and there's going to be a little bit more kinkier. So you might get like more of like the bondage stuff, or some of them will be like a little on the rapier side for stuff like that. But it's a different like genre. It's a Japanese one. And last but not least, by the way, just so you know, the Warrior ones were $12. Sulap, the 2-disc edition. That's the 2-disc special edition, by the way. Only runs at $11. Hey. And Sins of Sister Lucia is usually hard one to get. That one runs at $15. And How to Seduce a Virgin, which is the last one, that's a Franco film, and a really good Franco film with a bit of like a murderous twist to it. That one runs at $15. Now, they are incredible films, and there's a lot there that I definitely cannot recommend enough. So, what did I get? So some of these titles that I'm going to mention that I got, there are 18 in total, are ones that aren't available through the sale anymore, and I don't think that they're going to come back. At least not during the sale period. They might just keep an eye on it. It's going on until November the 3rd. They're really good at like getting, like, as soon as you order right away, they get back to, like, they'll let you know, like, we received your order, and they'll have like your order number and all that there. Usually you can do their order from them through PayPal, and if you just want to use a credit card, don't use PayPal. You just already have a credit card attached to your PayPal account, and you pay through credit card rather than PayPal, depending on like what your preferred method of payment is. So let's go through the ones that I picked up. Most of these I won't be getting until Christmas, so you're not going to see me unboxing a lot of these right away unless she lets me unbox them and then just says, you can't watch them for Christmas. But more than likely I'll leave a lot of these here till Christmas before I can actually see the Blu-rays for sure. How to Seduce a Virgin. I love Jess Franco, like I said before, and I really wanted to have this movie for a long time. I like Alice Arno's in this one, and Lena Romay. This is one of her earlier appearances in a Jess Franco film. I like the storyline of this one, so I grabbed that one right away. The Living Corpse, the Pakistan Dracula film. Yeah, it was an immediate buy for me. I love that type of stuff, and even that's one of those like kind of like dance sequences that you have in some of those, like kind of like the Bollywood horrors, like some of you see have this dance sequence, but it's a really, really good dance sequence, and the song's actually pretty cool. So definitely check it out. That one I can't recommend. I was trying to recommend it. Next one I picked up was Lady Terminator. I love the Indonesian ones and the Indonesian action stuff. It's like super crazy. It's like stuff that, and this is like kind of their I guess they're kind of like, like Asylum will like do a mock version of like of a film. Well, they'll do like their own like kind of like clone version of Terminator, but it's really different. So don't expect them like to be coming down from space. No, there's going to be some like mystical aspect to Lady Terminator, and in this case, it's succubus level of mystical. Just we'll go there. And this is one that's not in the sale anymore. It's a shame because it's a really good double feature called For Your Height Only and Challenge of the Tiger. I grabbed that one. My better half definitely wanted the Indonesian and like the different kind of Filipino action films. So this one here stars 2'9" Wang Wang, who is like I guess the shortest like action star. He does it's just a cool, crazy. Just look it up on Google, on YouTube. Just look it up. It's super crazy. As the Challenge of the Tiger, there's a Brandon. You want to see a good, really good Brandon Tenold episode? Just gonna get you in there. Watch the Challenge of the Tiger episode. You want it. Challenge of the Tiger is a Bruceploitation film with Bruce Lee, as in Bruce Lee, Ellie, and it's crazy. So also had to pick up The Devil's Sword, the Barry Primo one, and also had to grab The Warrior because my better half, she wanted to get like the Indonesian action film. She wanted kind of like just kind of crazy fun stuff we can watch together, especially on a cold winter night when we don't want to just like leave our brain at the door and just have some fun. So we were definitely getting those. One that I got that I don't definitely won't be opening until Christmas is Don't Open Till Christmas. I did watch this movie recently with my dad. My dad has the Mondo Macabro edition of this one. It's got like a 52-minute documentary as well as like a shorter documentary on the director himself, from the producers of Pieces. It's a movie that I think there's a commentary on there as well. Let me see. Not sure. So, but the movie itself it went through like two or three directors. There's like a lot of problems, like and you can see there's some places like where certain parts of the film probably shouldn't have been left in because it doesn't make much sense. It makes it kind of easy to figure out who the killer is. But the murder set pieces in the film are fantastic. They just have some amazing murder set pieces. I got to give it credit for that. And I did get the two Greek exploitation, the ones that I mentioned. I was a real big fan of that, so I really wanted to grab those. I'm getting Tango Perversion and The Wife Killer, both of them. Although the features are the same on each of those, the films aren't, and I want both of those films. I really want to like up my the level of like of kind of world genre cinema that I got. I told you this is my WTF year. This is a banner way to end my WTF year in films. See what else is here I got. And I got the Fox with Velvet Tail Blu-ray. I had to grab that. I'm a huge Giallo fan. And really, really looking forward to that one. I won't be seeing that one until after Christmas, but I'm so looking forward to that one. Symptoms was the only red case one I got. I didn't pre-order the Blood Splattered Bride. I just couldn't with the amount that I was getting. But Symptoms, The Ancient Pleasance, I had to have that one, and I wanted to have the Mondo Macabro edition. But that's not all. I made my second order today, so it was the first 11 I got. And so I made 7 more to get myself 18. So 18 in total Mondo Macabro. So I'm going to go from 4 Mondo Macabros to 18 Mondo Macabros. So it's quite a collection for Christmas. Sins of Sister Lucia, that one wasn't in stock the entire time of the sale until today. I like the nunsploitation, Nikatsu style films. They're not for everybody. Just to let you know, like look it up to see if that's something you like before you pick up something like that. Hey, but it's a fun. I thought it was a fun little film, and there's a kind of like a documentary on on the Katsu films, so I wanted to see that as well. Mystic Symbology is one that I just could not. When I'm going through a Mondo Macabro sale, like I had to have Mystic Symbology. It's super, really just seriously look for a trailer or something of it, or like a synopsis thing of it. It's really insane. Sinner, the Jess Franco one. You guys know I'm a huge Jess Franco fan. There was no way it had such a good plot too. I could not miss out on that one. Satanico Pandemonium was the linchpin of all this. I had picked up the 11 and like she was going to say, okay, you can have some of these. I'm going to put a couple away for like Christmas, like Symptoms and Don't Up to Christmas. I'm going to put away to Christmas. When I saw that Satanico Pandemonium was on sale again, that it wasn't in stock anymore, I said, this is one I really wanted during the sale originally, but it wasn't there. So she was like, so would you like to take for your Christmas present? She said, I got one surprise Christmas present for you, and that you can't know. But she said, would you like to take Mondo Macabro? She said, like, bypass the Vinegar Syndrome sale and take Mondo Macabro sale and make this your big Christmas. Usually we theme my years from different companies. I had a Vinegar Syndrome year. I've had an Arrow Video year. So this year is Mondo Macabro. And Satanico Pandemonium is a crazy movie. Plot line it's one of those nunsploitation ones, and the plot line is bare thin. One of the characters that actually was kind of the inspiration for the Selma Hayek character from didn't she have the name Satanico Pandemonium in From Dusk to Dawn? Anyway, so that's props there for that. Next one was the Blu-ray Night Has 1,000 Desires. It's Franco, and I cannot pass it up. It stars Lena Romay. It has a great little story to it. I like the twist on The Night Has 1,000 Desires. I think there was actual movie The Night Has 1,000 Eyes or something like that. Or says something. But anyway, I can't remember right now. I'm tired. Night Has 1,000 Desires was one that I had to have. That being said, I had to have Sully in the Dark. It's a South Korean horror film. I don't think I have any. If I do, very few like Korean horror Like I got a Korean monster horror, but now like a Korean horror film in my collection. And I really wanted this one. I really wanted it for the features. I wanted it for the film itself. It's one I've wanted to see for a long, long time. It's one that I can watch with my kids who are huge fans of like Korean and Asian horror. So there's like a documentary on like Korean horror there as well. There's also like this little featurette, like I said before, on the VHS like Korean horror covers. And last but not least, Paul Naschy, Inquisition. I had to have Inquisition. It is hands down, and I'm a huge Paul Naschy fan. Not as big fan as my dad. My dad has like everything Naschy. I don't, because I haven't been able to come across it. My dad actually got through Facebook when Paul Naschy was still around. Actually got to speak to Paul Naschy. But I looking forward to actually to getting Inquisition. It's one that I won't get till Christmas, but I've wanted it for a while. I like movies like that. I like the Mark the Devil. I like the Devil's Council type thing. I like the ones that deal with that with that time period. And Paul Naschy had like worked with a couple similar films before, but this one is a classic. This is the one where it really he takes it serious. Now this normally when you see like the Naschy films, like you're gonna have like 4 or 5 really hot girls that like are all attracted to Naschy because he's making the film. He kind of bypasses that in this one here because he really getting this one right and like in doing a solid film really meant a lot to him. And to his credit, he really does get it right. It's obviously it's Inquisition. Definitely, if you're gonna grab some like that, if you're gonna grab one Blu-ray, it's hard to tell which one to grab because the Wizard Woman Lizard Skins, Lizard Woman Skins there. Inquisition. They have some great Blu-ray choices there. Fan is there. Man, if you're grabbing one Blu-ray, I don't envy you because it is hard to decide. It really is. So all in all, 11 titles, 5 of which are Blu-rays. 18 titles, 5 are Blu-rays, 13 are DVDs. But when the DVDs look like this, I love these hit rate cases, by the way, and have that amazing like presentation. They really do have great transfers on their films. They really do have great features on these films. I sat down last night and I watched like Ghost Keeper, and I watched these 2 films right here. And Ghost Keeper had like on DVD on Korean, it was pretty much like almost like a VHS transfer, which was really different than like the crisp, clear transfers that both these films had. I'm sure the Blu-ray Ghost Keeper probably looks a lot better, but I didn't mind Ghost Keeper on DVD with Code with the VHS type transfer, because when I watched the movie, it's kind of like, I think it actually benefits the film. It's like an exploitation film. I'll do a review of it down the road. I did enjoy it. It's a different film, and it's definitely not for everybody, but for an exploitation fan, it checked some boxes that I wanted to see. And it was very Canadian in the fact that just snowmobiles, like snow, like walking through the snow, like snow pants and all that. Just a lot of that stuff. That just reeks of Canadianas in the film. But here you go. These are the regular like cases. If you get one of like either Blood Splattered Bride or Symptoms, you're going to get a red case. And you're going to have like this one like originally had like a reversible cover, and there was a booklet. So if I would have bought like the red case one, I would have got that. This one didn't normally have a green case. Actually, somebody like gave this to me, and when they gave it to me in a green case. So which was really cool of them actually. And just look at their DVD stuff. I mean, like seriously. How can you not want a bunch of those in your collection? They're just so freaking well done. It's so amazing to see the way that they put their stuff together. Mansion of Madness is one. I still not taken out the. That's not Delivers from Evil though. There we go. Don't Delivers from Evil. Is that one region free? Now this is one of the ones. See, there's a few that you get that are NTSC, and like these 2 here are NTSC. But On a DVD, really, you just put it into like a DVD, into a computer, and you play it. That's pretty much it. That's where you don't even need like most DVD players anyway. It's not so hard to get like DVD. If you don't have a region-free Blu-ray player, you probably still have a way to get your DVDs region-free. It's a lot easier to watch DVDs that are, that are region locked than just watching a Blu-ray that's region locked. And a Blu-ray that's region locked, you have to go out and get like a Siki or an Oppo or one of the like the region one of the already like already modded Blu-ray players that are going to be like they're going to be region free. Now, if you're lucky, you can get a Seek or something like that, and just put in a code, and you can change the region. If not, you're going to have to spend a bit more money, and get like get one that's actually been hard modded, and it's going to cost you a bit more money to get. But that's not usually going to be a problem with a lot of the Mondo Macabro, because a lot of them are like the two Blu-rays I just showed you. They're region free. There's a lot of the Blu-rays are region free. DVDs, man, you can get DVDs and just. I've never had a problem like region-wise with the DVD players. There's always like usually a region unlock for a DVD player. Even when you can't get the Blu-rays that go region free, you can usually find a way to get the DVDs too. And that's only the case when they're like NTSC locked, but a lot of their stuff isn't. A lot of their stuff is region free. Again, it's enough region talk there. Did this company impress me? Yes. Did this sale impress me? 18 titles. Do you think it impressed me? It really did. I wanted this year, my first year here in Nova Scotia, I wanted like my Christmas to be something kind of special. I wanted to get some different stuff, some unique stuff, some stuff I could enjoy watching over and over again, some stuff with some amazing features as well. I had gotten like the majority of what I wanted from the Vinegar Syndrome thing. For right now, there's lots that I want, but nothing that I had to get. Now there are 2 mystery titles, but I'm going to have to pass up on those for right now. That being said, there's there's Arrow, and there's like then again the Arrow sale, I actually got a lot from the Arrow sale, so I got a lot of watching to do from Arrow already. Like there's a couple Arrow ones that I want to grab down the road, like the big box sets and stuff. Like the look at like some of the limited editions, like the Dario Argento stuff, like Herschel Lewis stuff, stuff that I don't have. Like some of those I want to grab down the road as well. But all that being said, Mondo Macabro, 18 titles. I'm having a Mondo Macabro worldwide cinema Christmas. You may not want to go that far, but definitely check it out. They have some great titles there. If you've never checked out the company before, at least grab one of the titles to see if something that you like. If you have, and you've already got most of the titles, thumbs up to you. Good job. But I only had 4 in my collection, so I really wanted to up my the amount that I got. So hopefully now, once all this is said and done, Christmas time, I'll have in my collection 22 Mondo Macabros. So I'll have 15 DVDs, and I'll have 7 Blu-rays. That's a pretty good list. Now, if anybody has any earlier Mondo Macabros that they don't like and want to send my way, please feel free to do so, especially if they're Bollywood horror. Oh man, I really miss out on the Bollywood horror stuff, or anything Paul Nashi that I got, like the King Dracula's Great Love, which I got from the Vinegar Syndrome sale, and I'll have like Inquisition. They're the only 2 Nashis I got, and I'm pretty sure that's the only 2 Nashis that I got, and I really like Paul Nashi. So I don't even have any of the werewolf ones, but soon enough I'll grab it. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm Aaron. I'm the movie prof. I really overbought on the Mondo Macabro sale, but it's stuff I wanted. It's my Christmas gift, and let's just say you're probably not going to see me doing any more haul videos anytime in the near future. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening, and for me right now, what time's it, kitty cat? Is it time for pets? Well, he's a little sleepy. I guess it's time for tea. Have a good evening, guys.